I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. And we welcome to the interview room, Sanguini Penguini. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. And please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi there, everybody. I am Sanguini Penguini. I'm a streamer on Twitch, VTuber, Penguin VTuber, actually, who normally plays Marvel Rivals, TFT, a bunch of like community games, and as a lot of people know me for, Uma Musume. So, yep, that's me.
Yeah. You were caught in the net. Just like so many folks got caught in the Uma Musume net. I can't even say it. It's such a big net. So when did you get started with content creation?
For me, I started with content creation. Like, I took it more seriously in October, but I guess I started it October last year. But I guess I started it more so like as a side thing in March of last year, actually.
Mm-hmm. And what brought you to it?
Well, one of the things that brought me to it was I was starting to make friends that were like more on the streamer side, right? Because I was playing Valorant at the time.
Yeah.
And from there, a lot of the friends were just like, "Hey, you're pretty funny. You should start streaming here and there." And I was very nervous. I was very hesitant to start because I never thought of myself as someone that was entertaining, right?
Yeah.
So the thought of that, I was like, ugh. But as I gradually got into it, I got more comfortable and just started going from there.
Yeah, it sometimes you just have to throw yourself in the water and start swimming. That's all you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So how long did it take for you to get comfortable?
For me, I think I had 4 months of like trying to get comfortable, and then after the 4 months, I was like, all right, I want to set a brand. I want to go do this VTuber thing, because beforehand, I wasn't like a VTuber or anything. I was just doing regular old streams, right? And then I was like, okay, 4 months passed. Let's make this brand, and I'm going to be Sanguini Penguini.
and now that you're settled in, no looking back.
Nope, absolutely not.
So did you have any goals when you started, or was it just let's see how it goes for a while?
At the start, when I first started streaming, I was just doing it like super casual to see if anybody would want to like watch me. But like as days went by, there were like a lot of friends that peeped in and then like saw what was going on, and they also had like a lot of fun at the time. So with that, I was like, let's make this goal to make people happy. And at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. So
so how did it hit you when you realized that people did want to come to watch what you're doing and be a part of it, be a part of your chat and your community, and were going to make their schedules so they came back to you?
I think when I started to see people come back, become regulars along the stream, it made me really happy, because it's just like, well, one of the things that a streamer needs to kind of like thrive and like just bounce off conversation are viewers, right?
Right.
So when I saw people like chatting it up and like making jokes and bouncing off jokes with me, I was just like, wow, this is a lot easier than just doing it alone. So I was like, I got a lot comfortable more quickly that way. So
yeah. It does help if you have some friends to start off with, but once you start seeing some people you don't recognize coming back, and now you realize too that your potential audience is 95% of the planet. It's like, okay, that world is awful big that I just stepped into.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So how about, have you gotten to know any other streamers and done any collaborations?
Yeah, when it comes to like streamers and collaborations, after my debut, I did like a big like a small, it's not like big, but like big for me, but like a small collaboration server where there was like a bunch of repo when it came out. There was like a bunch of like repo collaborations. I had like 3 full days of like repo collaborations plus like three more afterwards, and I was just like, I am exhausted from just these. But outside of the repo collaborations, I've had a decent amount more of collaborations going on with just streamer friends that I've been making,
Yeah.
other VTubers and stuff too.
Has it been easy to put those together, or have you had to really look into who you're offering to stream with?
I think for me, it was pretty easy because one, like, when it comes to myself, I'm kind of just laid back with stuff. I lay down the rules. If everybody accepts to follow them, they follow them.
Mhm.
Then everything goes well. But if the rules aren't established, then everything goes chaotic, right?
Right.
So that's why when it comes to like making those groups, I always be like, all right, these are the set rules. If you guys don't want to, follow the rules, then feel free to leave. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's like the most important part when it came to collaborations for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is too. It can be quite a dance, can it? I mean, you don't want to have a collaboration that just doesn't work from the get go, and
Mhm,
and sometimes this works with any business, I think, and
mhm,
whether it's entertainment or not. Sometimes you've got two people who are very good at what they do, but just put them in the same room and it does not work.
mhm.
And you just have to accept that and move on.
That's true.
I mean, there's like foods. Some foods are great by themselves, but you don't want to put them together because it's just
Mhm,
horrifying.
mhm,
And it's not anybody's fault. It just doesn't work. Um,
mhm. Luckily, I haven't like fell into that rabbit hole. I haven't like met anybody that I haven't like absolutely not gone along with in terms of collaborations yet, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how that goes in the future.
still early. Still plenty of time to destroy everything. Oh, I mean, to perfectly to get much better and continue on at this pace.
Of course, of course.
Destroy everything later.
Mhm.
So right now, are you at the point where you are happy where you're at? Are you pleased with how far you've gone at this point?
Okay. So for that question, I am very, very happy with where we've like where we've gotten so far because hitting 1K followers on Twitch like a month ago was
Hmm.
like a really big celebration for me because I was just like, huh, 1K within a year? I don't think we'll ever get it. Or like within like the year of me starting VTubing, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, getting 1K within a year, this seems impossible. This seems like high, like a super high goal, but hey, 100 followers here and there, we just set small goals, and from there, the small goals kept getting met. 100 followers, 200 followers, 300 followers,
Yeah.
and as we slowly reached that 1K mark, I was so ecstatic. I was just like super grateful to everybody that came by, supported me along the year, and just continue to support me to this day. It's a very, very
It's
heartwarming experience to
it,
reach that point.
it's fun to hear you talk about it because it sounds like you're smiling ear to ear as you say it.
Yeah.
It's like you still can't quite believe it yet.
Dude, it's still recent that happened, so I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here like I'm still taking it in, so
Fame has come upon you quickly, youngster.
fame it is, I mean, I guess so.
Hey, 1,000 ain't nothing to shake a stick at. Try to put 1,000 people in one room and get on stage and then see what you do.
Yo, true. Like if I saw those 1,000 people in one room, my social anxiety would spike and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know what to do right now." But you know what? Because we're behind the screen, it is so much easier.
Well, were you somebody who liked to get up on stage? I mean, when you were younger, did you do any drama or singing or anything like that?
When I was younger, I did do a lot of choir.
Mm.
Like when I was younger, there was a few of my teachers were always just like, "Oh, you have the talent for singing. You should try singing on stage and stuff." I couldn't bring myself to it until the choir kind of just forced me to be like the front person for the stage, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So
Yeah,
I kind of got used to it from there. So
yeah. There's nothing like singing in front of everybody else's parents.
don't remind me. Don't remind me. I had adults just watching me. I was like, "No."
Oh, I did that myself way back in the 1800s, and that was that was something else. I would get the parts. I would get the solo parts because I was the loudest.
Oh, I
Not
like that
necessarily
one.
not necessarily going to hit the notes, but if you didn't, I was going to pull a Barney Fife, and the whole thing was going to come down.
Hmm.
Ah, no, you don't want that. Um, yeah, I say I haven't hit a note on purpose since 1982. when the when the
Gotcha.
when the voice changed, it was all out the window at that point.
Hmm.
Um,
Puberty hits and it all goes out the window.
oh yeah, yeah, everything goes. Yeah, same voice I had when I was 18. At this point, but believe me, that's the only thing that's the same. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh boy. Um, the so for you, was it kind of stepping out of your comfort zone to become a content creator, or how did that fit into your lifestyle at that point?
Mm, I think when it comes down to it, I always was like hanging around friends, always having a good time, right?
Uh huh.
So when it comes to like streaming in general, I kind of like treat viewers as friendly as I can, just as I would with friends and stuff,
All right.
because
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like that connection with viewers for streamers is definitely a big part of growing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if people see that you're being authentic, then the more they'll want to like talk in your chat, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Absolutely.
if you're authentic as much as you can, then you know people are just gonna keep coming through.
And it's easier to be without
Absolutely.
for some folks can go with a character and do it and good for them. It works for them and all power to 'em. I couldn't do that.
Mhm.
I can't just to save my life. I couldn't do something like that. So, um, for to be able to go on and kind of lower your own defenses a little bit, and I imagine having the model helps to do that, and it does make it a lot easier to just kind of flow with it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, you don't have that. What am I going to say next in this character that makes sense?
Yeah, I
And
couldn't keep up a character. It's just me. What you see on screen is just me.
yeah,
Like that's how I am with everybody. So,
yeah. Are you that way off of the screen though? Are you that way in real life?
yeah, like everything you see, I'm practically the same way. Like a lot of friends off stream, they're just like, "Man, you're basically the same way. You're just a teeny bit like less unhinged." But outside of that, it's just like I'm practically the same person as they say. So,
You were almost partially hinged
mhm, absolutely.
when you're off stream. So right now, as what it sounds like to me is it's really fit you like a glove at this point. It
Mhm.
was there anything that's made you a little uncomfortable with it since you started?
Mm, well, when it comes to how uncomfortable I felt, like if anything made me feel uncomfortable, I'm thinking about it right now, and I think like the only thing that like feels kind of uncomfortable is when people come into chat that I don't know and immediately just vent about their days. And I'm just like, huh, I don't know you. This is the first time we've talked, and you're immediately venting in my chat. This is
Mm,
why I have like a no venting rule in my chat now, but
yeah,
still, that's like one of the main things that made me uncomfortable, especially when they go like really, really far with it. I'm just like,
yeah,
okay, I don't know what to say to that, you know?
yeah. It would be so uncomfortable to see that because you, no matter how you look at it, if you've got any humanity about you at all, and
Hmm.
then some people don't. Yeah, okay, well, whatever.
Hmm.
But you're going to feel sorry for them one way or another,
Absolutely.
and you don't want to like squish them,
Hmm.
like get out, that type of thing. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you also don't want to have them take over everything at the same
Hmm.
time, and that could happen very quickly with that sort of thing, and then suddenly it's like
Hmm.
it's the Joe from Chat show.
Yeah.
Let's hear about his cat Snuffles. And
Yeah, you just gotta give like an understanding response to that. You're just like, yes, I understand that you're going through a really tough time and all that stuff right now, but my chat isn't the place to, vent about this stuff, That's
yeah,
all.
yeah, it's it's a tough line to go. Have you got people who are monitors for you?
Oh yeah, I have several moderators
Yeah.
nowadays. They've been doing really good job as to like filtering messages, but most of the time in my stream there hasn't been like weirdos, I guess, that we just ban immediately. So I'm very thankful for that. I feel like I'm somewhat lucky on that accord, but it's a blessing.
Do your monitors take bribes?
Mm, uh, yeah, question mark a little bit.
That's the biggest trap question I've thrown all day. Do they take bribes?
They definitely do take bribes, but you know what? We just keep it between us and whoever watches the interview.
That's right. You have to give 10% off to the chief when that happens.
Absolutely.
So with what you've been able to do so far, is there a type of streaming that you would like to do in the future but haven't been able to do yet?
Well, right now I mainly stream on Twitch, so
Hmm.
one of the first things that I want to do is like branch myself out to like YouTube
Hmm.
and like maybe TikTok.
Hmm.
But that's one of the things that I want to do first. And then a few other things that I want to do is like do more singing streams because I don't really have the opportunity to sing because I normally do gaming and stuff.
Right.
And then another thing that I do want to do is also start to make like short form content. So,
Ah, that requires
mhm,
editing.
absolutely. And I've got no lick of experience with editing, but we are going to be trying.
Yeah, editing an audio is so much different than video and everything like that, which is why, in case anybody's noticed, I don't do a lot of video. Old age and treachery again. So just get around it. Um,
That makes sense.
yeah, but the that creates a whole new thing to learn from because if you really because I imagine you're going to look at it like an artist and it's like, oh, that edit wasn't quite right. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
There's
Is
a lot of things to look out for, I feel like, when it comes to editing. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I edited too much that time. Now go. It'll catch you after a while. Uh,
Absolutely.
so with that, will you try to do any covers in the future?
Covers. Yeah, absolutely. I've been wanting to do a cover before this year ends, but right now it's just how am I gonna do it? And I gotta find somebody that who will do covers for me, edit covers, and like work on the instrumentals and stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of them out there. And a lot of VTubers do it, and a lot of them are good at it. So
Hmm.
I'm sure maybe somebody who's listening here will get a hold of you and say, hey, I'll do something like that. But
We'll have to see.
there's a lot of folks out there who like to do the dial spinning, and the mad scientists out there will find some way to help you get that done. And I can tell you from the radio side, we wouldn't have been anywhere without the mad scientists.
True.
Somebody has to know how to plug things in and spin the dial, otherwise it's not going to work very well. Um,
Hmm.
so once you do get going with this, we have like karaoke streams or what sort of thing with the music?
Well, first of all, like we were like talking about like karaoke streams, but if we ever like get even more in depth with like music in terms of streaming,
Mm-hmm.
then it's probably going to be like some work streams where it's just like editing voice into like instrumentals, doing like video edits for like the covers if I like learn to do it myself, right? But
Yeah.
just like just showing the process
Do you
behind the scenes and just streaming that.
do you play instruments?
Right now, I do not, but I used to when I was growing up, I did play the piano. I did learn how to play the flute as well, but
Oh,
outside of that, I am not really instrumentally, smart.
well, the flute is not easy,
Hmm.
and piano for somebody like me who's one cross-handed and two now semi-arthritic would be just about impossible. to
Oh
to
man.
try to put together. And plus, I'm a klutz, so I would just be like, it would be constant, like Harpo playing the piano or something by the end. Um, but
Hmm.
is that something that you lose over time, or can you pick up a flute and flout?
I can't play as well as I once did
Hmm.
because like the muscle memory slowly fades if you don't do it as often, correct?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I've practically lost the ability to. I can play like some old songs that I used to know, but outside of that, it's just it is what it is at this point.
Well, and that shows at least that you do have you know your way around a clef anyway a little bit to put this together. So does that mean that you might come up with some originals?
Okay, I'm not a lyrical genius, so I can't say that there will be originals, but if in the future if there are people or lyricists in specific who are willing to like work with me in the future, I'm totally down for that, but myself, I do not think I will be able to make good enough lyrics to, make a original of my own.
Hey, you could be the next Phil Collins.
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard? I mean, have you ever sat and listened to Phil Collins lyrics? It's about
Mm,
as
I have
Moon
not.
June meet street as you could possibly get.
Mm.
I mean, let's face it, he did Studio and he just made up words. Abacab.
Oh, mhm.
That's all. He just made stuff up.
Damn. If only I were that that smart with the lyrics, but I could not. I know I couldn't.
Well, with this, um, this coming up, hopefully very soon,
Mhm.
um, would you be up for some type of live concert type thing?
Live concert. Live concert. I would be like very, very down to do.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, not anytime soon because, well, it's going to be hard for me currently
Hmm.
to do a live concert. But I think definitely in the future,
Hmm.
just not by the end of the year
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
yeah, I can't do that right now.
I think the technology is going to catch up with everybody on that
Hmm.
pretty soon. I think that it's actually going to be easier for folks to be able to do that eventually, and we'll see a lot more people able to do it. But it is great that there is the opportunity for people to get their talents out, like you've been able to.
Hmm.
It. I mean, it's. We get to hear from folks like yourself that we normally wouldn't, maybe not have heard from. Been able to sit and enjoy watching you race horse girls around the track. Uh,
Oh, goodness. Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, like, I mean, I'll say horse racing, like horse girl racing, is definitely on the higher list of like the games that I play. But I think a lot of people know me more for Marvel Rivals at this point.
so what is
So.
the big draw for Marvel Rivals, folks? Folks who are in that are really into it.
I think like the main draw of Marvel Rivals is, well, one, it's like really easy to just get into a match and just like play it casually,
Mm-hmm.
or you can just play it competitively. Two, you're playing as like a superhero from the Marvel comics. What's not to love, right? You can
Yeah.
you can pick up Spider-Man, one of the most hated heroes, but you can pick up Spider-Man, you can pick up like Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America. You're just like, wow, look at this cool roster of people that I've grown up with, right? So.
And I mean, it is kind of is it kind of the basic thing as the other games along that line where it's team against team and you try to get a flag or whatever. Or is it what difference is it from these other games?
Well, I mean, for hero shooters in general, because that's what Marvel Rivals is,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch of different game modes, right? So
Yeah.
it's just like pushing a point to a specific area. You've got you've got like mineral collection. You've got hmm, and then you got like capture the flag, where you take the point and try to maintain that point, kind
Mm.
of deal, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to hold it for any period of time after you capture it.
Yeah, so after you capture it, you have to hold it for a long period of time until like it reaches the until the bar reaches 100%, right? And
Oh,
at any point, the enemy team can capture said point if none of your team is alive or on the point. So,
ah,
but if the enemy captures the point, the progress that you made still stays. So if you're at like 52% before they capture, it stays at 52% until you
ah.
recapture it, and then it goes back up.
So do both have a flag or just one have a flag?
Just one. It's just
Hmm.
one point where
Yeah.
they just instead of like, you just put your flag down essentially on
Mm,
the point,
yeah.
and then it's the enemy's job to take that flag away basically, and then
Mm.
put their flag down. Essentially,
Ah,
is
okay.
what it is.
So that could go on
Mhm.
for a while then.
Yeah, but luckily, the overtime once one team reaches 100%,
Mm.
uh, it 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 goes by quickly if nobody's on the point anymore.
Mm.
If nobody's on the points and one person has it secured, it goes by quickly.
Yeah. See, those games, I like watching people play them. Might be a little fast for the old man at this point. Eh,
Yeah, no,
eh,
you're good for
yeah,
that.
it's like Sonic is too fast for me. Okay, at this point,
hmm
it actually was too fast when it came out. I
Oh, true.
couldn't keep up with him. Like it's too big for the screen. Now my grandson's all over it, which
hmm
he actually still has twitch muscles left after,
Ooh.
unlike the old man. But um, the is there a game that you haven't played yet on stream that you'd like to?
Hmm. If you asked me this like 7 hours ago, I would have said Hollow Knight. But
Yeah,
I
but
just played that on stream today, so I'm just like, oh, huh. hmm. I guess one game that I do want to like grab a bunch of friends and play is a game called RV There Yet, and it's basically a game where you're just driving an RV up a mountain or just going around places with an RV, and it's just a lot of trying to track where you are and try to track where you're supposed to go. So
ah, this is kind of one of those like trail games where you pick up weirdos and try to get supplies as you go.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's just like you start with all your friends, right? And then you
Mm,
just try to get supplies to either fix the RV,
yeah.
fuel the RV, and then try to just continue to your trek while everybody's riding in the RV. So
Keep it going as much as you can. That's yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That would be a fun game to have a lot of folks on. How many folks can you get on that?
I believe it's six, including yourself, so like five other players.
Mm. And you can you pick up NPCs on the way?
I don't I don't think so. I haven't played the game yet, but from
Ah,
what I've seen from other streamers, I don't think you are able to.
okay. I'm kind of comparing it to like Death Road to Canada or something like that, but which I still need to buy. I still need to get that game. I don't know if I could ever
Mhm.
actually win, but it just looks too much fun to
You
to
never know until you try.
not try. I mean, I didn't think I could do the Fallout 3 in New Vegas, but I was able to do that. So if
Mm.
but I said I bought four, but I don't have a computer that it's on that it'll run yet.
Oh, yet.
Yes.
So you're saying there's a chance you're gonna be able to play that in the
Well,
future.
sooner or later, the computer that it's on is going to die.
Oh, oh no.
It's one of those where it's been around a long, long time, and
Mhm.
it's I don't think it's if it upgrades to Windows 90 99 or whatever they're doing now, um, it probably won't take it. and
Yeah, true.
yeah,
Nowadays it's just like Windows 10 or Windows 11 or bust.
oh
So
yeah, yeah. And does that foul you guys up on the streams where they update things? Does it mess up with your stream software?
sometimes, but most of the time, like OBS, the streaming software that I use, is like pretty up to date with
Mm,
Windows updates.
mm.
So they just like if there is like a big Windows update and it's incompatible, they work pretty quickly to actually like, fix it for a lot of people from what I've seen.
Well,
So
that's good. That'd be a lot of angry people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not being able to stream. They wouldn't be able to go anywhere and yell about it, but they'd certainly be mad about it, as far as that goes. So, how big do you think that your voice, which is very good for this, how do you think that plays into your success as a streamer?
My voice?
Yeah.
Or I think I don't know if my voice in general has anything to do with my success, but I feel like I feel like the how I use the voice, like comedic purposes or
Mm.
just things that I say in general, I feel like that definitely helped out. But I don't, personally speaking, I don't think my voice had anything to do with my growth. But if it did, that's great because I'm quite insecure of my own voice. So
Oh well, and I think it's a voice that doesn't. I mean, it doesn't run people off. In fact,
Hmm.
it's pretty welcoming in the way you do it,
Mhm.
and it's one of those where you like it's a it's hard to describe. It's almost recognizable immediately.
Mhm.
It's a very comfortable. Yeah, here's somebody I know, and we're gonna sit down and have some fun with it. You know that type
Mhm.
of thing. Um, so when you were growing up and in the choirs and everything, did anybody tell you that about your voice, where it was very projective?
Mm, not really. I didn't really like when it came to my voice. The only thing that I really got a compliment on was, "Wow, you're really good at singing." Outside of that, there was no like specifics.
Yeah.
That it was just, "Hey, you're pretty good at singing, dude." And I was like, "Oh, thanks.
Well,
Thumbs up."
you're miles ahead of me, because that would never happen. If somebody did say it, I'd ask that they get their hearing checked at least immediately for something along those lines. But um,
Mm-mm.
so with that and having all of the the you know trepidation out of you at this point, um,
Mhm.
what would be your next big thing streaming? What do you have something in mind for your next event, or do you have one coming up?
Well, when it comes to events, it's just like I think the best events I can do currently are like community, like more community days with people, or like subathons, which is essentially just like a big marathon stream. I was
Mhm.
thinking of doing a big marathon stream on the month of December,
Well,
which is just streaming for every day until Christmas hits.
yeah,
And I was like, I kind of want to see if I can bring myself to do so, because one, endurance test. Who doesn't love an endurance test?
hmm
And then two, I think it would be just fun for everybody to just pop in here and there whenever that they want to, and just be like, ah, I see, this guy is actually doing it. That's what I like to see.
yeah. As long as you don't try to pull out the 24-hour one.
Oh! I've done a 24-hour recently. Let's not do that for a while, because I was exhausted by the end of that. I was like, nope,
Yeah.
because it was a full on 24-hour. Because I know a
Oh,
lot of streamers that do like sleep
yeah.
during their 24-hour stream, and just like switch their thing to I'm only sleeping.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, I kind of want to see if I can go the full 24. I went the full 24. My brain felt numb afterwards. I couldn't do
Yes.
that. I didn't get.
Yeah, and it hurts. It hurts your voice too after something like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I would go on the radio sometimes and go 8, 10 hour shifts, but boy, it hurt afterward. Um, I
Absolutely.
mean, you're still projecting your voice out there for how many hours, and you're doing it without any breaks for 24 hours for the most part. That's crazy. And I watch people get into like hour 18, and basically it's just they're sitting at a desk, and their their model is just staring into the abyss.
Yep, that was me for a little bit. I almost passed out a few points too, and I was like, nope, I gotta do it. I gotta push through. So,
now, that's that you'd find out about that in a hurry. Someone would clip it immediately and keep
oh,
it away.
absolutely, I would not hear the end of day about that. I'd just
No,
be like, all right,
yeah.
I'm okay.
snore right in the middle of everything. So what
I've
did
been
you
fully caught.
when you were doing that? What I mean, was it games all the way, or different games,
I
or
think it was like games most of the way, and then a little bit of chatting on the side
mm,
too.
yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you do your horse racing game?
Yes, yes, I had to do my dailies. It is a gotcha game, so there was dailies, there is energy that gets restored that I need to use up before my energy gets full. So, yep, yep, you caught me. You caught me. I
Yeah.
did race some horse girls.
I can. It's that game is just the perfect storm for a lot of things for people. It's of course got the anime and the
Mhm,
girls, and
mhm.
it's got their idols and their
Yep.
racing. And
Yep,
it's
the horses are idols.
and it's just it's so when you talk about it in that way, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But
Mhm,
it works, and
mhm.
people are rolling in money for it right
Oh, absolutely. I think another aspect that people like really like about that game is when you do like runs of that game, like you train up the horse girl, right?
right.
Every run is different. There's RNG just affecting every run.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, so my this horse that I'm training is not as fast as this horse that I had earlier. And it's like,
Yeah.
so people really like the random aspect, how every run can be different, or
Yeah.
like roguelike
Oh
aspect
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So,
That's one of the things too. Roguelike is a good way to describe these things because you do have the random part in it on occasion, and
mhm.
just because you have the best stuff doesn't mean you're going to win.
Yeah.
That's in every actual sport. You know, folks,
Mhm.
sports. Remember sports?
Yeah. Still
Yeah,
watch it today. Blue
yeah.
Jays lost, unfortunately.
Aye. Yeah, my Packers lost, so I'm not particularly pleased with that. But um, the so that plays into it too. I mean, otherwise everybody would have just the same character and use it over and over again. But they've been able
Mhm,
to spread it out where you can pick just about anybody and eventually get them to win a race.
mhm,
Eventually, might take a little
mhm.
while, especially for one particular horse. But you'll you you'll you can do it. It's very possible. Um,
Absolutely.
so, what would you say right now? Would Marvel Rivals be your comfort
Mhm.
game at this point? At this point?
Hmm. I think right now I'm actually kind of like drifting away from only Marvel Rivals content. I've been like working towards more like single player games recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like recently, there was a new game for Digimon that came out,
Oh
and
yeah,
Digimon Time Stranger, and we had like a whole week where I was just playing it, and it
yeah,
seemed like a lot of people like enjoyed just me talking about the game as it played out, and just
yeah,
like me playing it, like going through the game.
yeah,
So that was pretty fun.
yeah,
Uh, and then now we're starting Hollow Knight. It's a pretty fun single player game.
yeah.
It's very relaxing compared to Marvel Rivals, because Marvel Rivals you always have to be on your toes, right? Because
Yes,
you're just
yes,
like, what's gonna happen? Is somebody gonna ambush me? Or how are we going to take care of the team? And then it's just like, oh, for ultimate charges, do they have ults yet? Well, you got to keep a mental note of that because the game doesn't tell you, right? So
yes.
there's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot to try and process in a millisecond. You have to react to those sort of things. But
Mhm,
you got to tell me about the Digimon game because this it really had a chance to come out and just fizzle
mhm,
because Digimon's always looked at the distant cousin that Pokemon people don't look at.
mhm.
But I hear that a lot of people are really enjoying this game. Is there a basic difference between the two types of games?
Well, for Digimon, I think the biggest thing that throws people off is like the evolutions, right? Like Pokemon, you have evolutions that kind of make sense because that's how like evolution works in real life, right? Like you got a chicken that goes into a bigger chicken that goes into a fighting chicken. It's
That's
like,
right.
okay, that makes kind of sense, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They're all chickens. But
yeah.
like for Digimon, I always use this example. there's one Digimon that starts at, like, most Digimon just start as like a little blob, right? They're digital monsters, so
Hmm.
like sometimes their evolutions don't exist. I mean, don't like not exist, but they don't make sense.
Right.
So like most Digimon start at like as their baby form, they're like blobs or whatever,
Uh-huh.
right? And then as they grow up, there's one Digimon in specific that goes from blob to dog to cat to lady to dragon. And I'm just like, "Oh, this is an interesting evolution line." So, that's one of the things. And then as well as like with the monster training in general, the difference between Digimon and Pokemon is that Digimon can actually go back in stages. So like
Oh.
they can go back from like adult to teen, teen to kid, and then they could evolve into something else afterwards
Oh.
of your choice.
Oh, okay. So
So
you can kind of manipulate it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, the Pokemon
and
you kind of yes or no is pretty much it for a lot of them.
mhm.
And here you can that gives you a little more flexibility. What about the storyline to it? Is it about the same type of thing?
The storyline for Digimon has always been more different than Pokemon because I feel like for Digimon there's a lot more like hmm like there's more dark themes in Digimon compared to Pokemon.
Mm.
Like obviously for some people they don't really like the talk of people going through depression and stuff, right?
Right.
Sometimes Digimon goes through that, like topics of stalking and like how to prevent it. Like some of the quest lines in Digimon, like the side quests, have that. And it's just like, they do tackle more dark themes than Pokemon does. But I
Hmm.
understand why, because Pokemon is made for like kids, right?
Right.
While Digimon is made for like teens and stuff. So
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's they really if they play their cards right, literally, um, they have a chance here because Pokemon is so expensive.
well,
Right?
Digimon is like there as well. Digimon's also expensive, but right now I feel like for Digimon in specific, they've been pushing out like their card game, they've been pushing out this new game, and then they have a mobile card game that's coming out soon too.
Wow.
So
Yeah, well, maybe actually, I look at the folks who are doing the Pokemon opening streams, and they're like, "This pack costs $1,000." Like, why are you opening it?
oh, I've seen that so much. I feel like this is something just like how I feel about this, right? But I
Mm.
feel like Pokemon cards right now is definitely not a kids friendly hobby to get into because
No.
of how expensive these packs are getting. Everybody's scalping them.
Hmm.
Everybody's like trying to get their hands on it, and everybody's trying to make investments from Pokemon cards. And
Oh
it's just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, it's the same thing that happened to sports cards.
mhm.
I mean, I have a decent collection of them, but they're mostly up to the '70s and early '80s. After that, everybody was creating cards, and it became a
Oh yeah.
lottery more than anything else. Am I going to get a hit in this one? And before I was just like, am I going to get Hank Aaron in this one? It's a different setup. But this is becoming. I've got a grandson that likes Pokemon, but I'll buy him one pack. I worked 6 hours at the factory for this.
Bro, I couldn't do that. Like spending 1 day wage on just a singular Pokemon
Oh,
pack,
I'm
hoping
kidding.
that you get something good off of that, I
Yeah,
couldn't do
and
that.
and
That's
especially when you see these guys opening packs that are worth more than the cards ever possibly could be on the inside.
I
Just
think I think with the card packs itself, uh there will always be like one or two or three cards from that set for that pack that
yeah.
are always going to be higher than the card pack itself, but the
Mm.
chance of getting it are so slim and I'm just like, wow. People just live to get the hit, and I was like, I couldn't, I
Yeah, yeah,
couldn't.
yeah. I mean, if somebody were to give to me a a box of Pokemon cards, I would not open it. I would just like, okay, I'm going to sell it now and buy a car.
Yeah,
I'm,
absolutely.
I'm not I'm not going to open it. I'm not. First of all, I don't even know what's going on with them, but it's the type of thing. And it kind of really messes it up for the kids, which is what it was for in the first place. But
Mhm, mhm.
what for you? Have you got? have you gotten what you wanted out of streaming?
Out of streaming, have I gotten what I've wanted out of streaming? I
Yeah.
think I will say yes.
Mm.
I have a few things that I could say that I really, really would have wanted when I first streamed.
Hmm.
I have a wonderful community that supports me day by day.
Yeah.
I have the follower count that I never thought I'd achieve, but now
Yeah.
we're here, right?
Yeah. 4 digits.
Yeah, and I also have like a VTuber model that I'm just super happy with, that I feel like it's just me, right? So just having something like that and being more comfortable behind a model and just being myself with said model, it feels good.
Well,
It feels good.
who wouldn't want to have a little bunch of little penguins around them at all times?
Oh, absolutely. We got two penguins on the shoulders, and
Yeah.
then if you take the coat off, we got two other penguins. So,
That's right, and they're going to be warm because they're used to winter stuff. So it's
Mhm.
we're getting to the season. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
coming on. It's an absolute pleasure talking with you. We're going to
Mhm.
have the links for Sanguini up on the description for this interview, and please check out what Sanguini Penguini's got going on, because as you heard here, a fun person to talk to, and someone who's looking for the best part of the VTubing experience. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.